I am Groot. That is right. It's movie review time.
So, here we are. A thief, one thug, an angry little tree, an evil stepsister, a pirate, an assassin, and most importantly, me.
You were insufferable. The Guardians must be destroyed.
Son of a...
Get.
That's a really bad sign.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, rated PG-13. Tickets still available.
So our favourite ragtag team of galaxy-saving superheroes are back in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, appropriately named. Again, written and directed by James Gunn, who did such a great thing with the first one. It was really a well-balanced action film with a lot of comedy. So it's good to see James come back for the second one and do it again. Mainly brings the same tone back to the film. But so this time for the sequel, though, this is a very different movie. I mean, and I appreciated it for this, that it wasn't just a carbon copy of the first one. You know, let's make it the same movie but a different villain with the same kind of jokes and attitude and all of that. It was actually a different movie, which was really good. Yes, obviously the characteristics of these characters are still the same, but the movie tends to explore more of these characteristics in the interactions between the characters, which is very interesting considering the majority of the movie, the Guardians are actually split. They're split up. You've got basically Rocket and Groot and a couple of others basically on their own, and then Peter off with Gamora and Drax when they run into Peter's father, played by Kurt Russell, playing Ego the Planet. Without giving too much away, guys, I mean, those wondering that, you know, Ego the Planet in the comic books and whatever else, it is now a person in the movie, that's all explained, so don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll be happy with that. But if the first movie, you know, you could sum it down to one word, that one word would be team. The first movie was about all of these guys coming together and having to work as a team towards their general goal of beating Ronan in the first movie. Even having to team up with the Nova Corps and team up with the Reavers and all of that kind of thing. Teamwork was the word. If I could put one word to the sequel, it's family. You know, how this relationship evolves. You know, yes, they now all work together, but, you know, they still have clashing personalities and they can't really stand each other. And, I mean, that is part of actually the separation of how they deal apart now that they've been together for a while. How do they react when they're split apart? And not only that, but there's a lot of other family-building things here. Obviously, Peter finally meeting his father, but learning the truth about his father and the relationship between him and his mother. The relationship between Gamora and Nebula is explored also. And Groot's Rocket's relationship to everybody, and Yondu's relationship to everybody, in particular relationship between Yondu and Rocket. And so yeah, there's a lot of things explored here, a lot of characteristic combinations, and obviously how it all evolves of why they work so well together. I've already seen wording about the pacing of this film being different. Yes, it is different from the first film. Again, the first film had something to prove. You know, it was a way out there idea of a superhero movie about a walking, talking tree and a gun-toting raccoon. It was a bit far out, but obviously, you know, Marvel and James Gunn had to really put the foot down on the first movie, you know, all go, no stop, action, laughs, everything. Is where now, with the second one, okay, that's been done, it's developed its universe, it's developed its following and its fan base. James could take the foot off the pedal, so to speak, and slow it down a bit to give you a bit more story. Would I say that the pacing is a bit inconsistent? No, it's not. If anything, I think it's just the right amount of everything. I mean, it keeps switching between the 2 or 3 different stories that are going on at any given time. Without dwelling too much in one part, And the movie tends to say relatively balanced. I mean, I did find myself at one stage thinking, is this a bit slow? But I actually stopped myself and thought, no, you know what, this was something the movie needed. It needed to expand on these characters and actually give them a bit more backstory into their emotions and whatever else that we didn't get in the first film. But other than that, it is still visually stunning. It is still hysterically funny. Little Groot, baby Groot, steals the show again. I mean, he's a funny little bugger. And of course, his relationship with Rocket, not much has changed. It's very good, very, very well done. And you get quite a few good laughs out of this. And yeah, I think Ego is the, okay, how do I say this? Okay, spoiler time, so if you don't want to know, switch off now. But Ego ends up being the bad guy of this film. I won't say as to why or as to how, but even compared to Ronan in the first movie, he's a much, much better villain, more menacing. And I mean, the end of this movie is pretty full on. The action sequences are full on, but there's something that happens which I won't mention, where James Gunn, I believe, has finally broken the Marvel mold on killing a character. But I won't say who that is on this video. But again, really good movie, really love this, really, I think it was the perfect sequel for this film. It was a sequel that it needed, not just another reenactment of the first film. It was a continuation of the story, which apparently James Gunn has said himself that by the time he does the third one, that this will make a perfect trilogy as one long kind of story ultimately. And I think, yeah, the second one is already well on its way to obviously being its part. Yes, there are five end credit sequences. Again, I won't give anything away, but all 5 end credit sequences are all Guardians related. Whether just being just random offshoot scenes to there is maybe 1 or 2 that give you a hint of where Guardians is going from here. So no other hidden scenes for any upcoming Marvel films or hints to Infinity War or anything like that. Simply Guardians related. But again, I really enjoyed this. Really, really good time. Very pretty, very well done. Again, James Gunn, I think you're a legend. You've done very well. So I'll give this 9 out of 10. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot jazzers. Go out and see this. If you're a fan of Guardians, I think you'll love it. Already there's a few mixed reviews that either you're going to love it or you're going to think it's a bit slow or blah-de-blah or it's not as good as the first one. But like I said, this is a different movie. It is supposed to be a different movie, and I appreciate it for that. So 9 out of 10, I am Groot jazzers for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Go see it. It's open now in Australia. America, you're not too far away. It's kind of surprising. We got it over a week before you did. But yeah, this is Kolsky. You're on OCP. Peace out.